Hi coaches, Derek here. In this edition of The Breakdown, I'm going to be talking about maintaining perspective on coaching during a pandemic. If you're struggling to understand how you can be effective in the current climate, you're not alone. I've talked with countless coaches who are trying to figure out how they can have a positive impact on their players with so much uncertainty. I mean, one week you can train, the next week you can't. To say the situation is fluid would be an understatement. The point that I'm trying to drive home is that the situation isn't normal, so don't expect coaching to be normal. You need to adjust the expectations of yourself and what you can get from your players to reflect the reality of what you can and can't do. If you can't train, then emphasizing things like skill and team development probably isn't the best bet. Sure, you can do some fundamental skill work, but that's just going to keep you fresh. If you're dealing with relatively skilled players, they're not going to get much growth out of that. Your emphasis should be on maintaining connection and thinking about ways that you can grow yourself to be a better coach when things get back to normal. This is a great opportunity to think about what skills you need to better serve your players when things come back. If you can train but have modified rules, then you might need to think about how close you can get to game-like training. If it's close, you might not need to modify your approach much. But if you've got restrictions in place that limit what you can and can't do, then you need to think outside the box. Where can you improve? Skill and team development might not be the place. Maybe it's things like mental skills or decision making that you should be looking at. Finally, if you're lucky enough to have the opportunity to train, don't take that opportunity for granted. You've had time to reflect on your coaching, think about how you're effective, and plan for what you can do. Now is the opportunity, as things are resetting, to try something new and challenge yourself. Go for it. If you adjust your expectations and take the pressure off, you can gain perspective on this situation. Sure, it's uncomfortable, it's inconvenient, and generally a pain in the ass. But there are opportunities out there. And the real question you need to be asking yourself is, are you making the best of a bad situation? Are you? That's it for this edition of The Breakdown. If you want to learn more, go to www.derekpanchuk.com and subscribe. Thanks, coaches, and keep growing.